At the helm of affairs is our MD and CEO, Nikhil Barshikar. Nikhil started his career with the corporate finance division of the erstwhile Lehman Brothers at New York. He then moved on to Mumbai to set up the Lehman India operations and subsequently led large teams in project management, technology, and investment banking operations. Nikhil holds a joint MBA from Columbia University and London Business School. I would like to invite Nikhil to share a few words with us.
First of all of you, thank you for coming. Last month has been very painful to do anything in Bangalore. I think all of you are aware of it. I was telling my team, Band or no Band, we're actually going to do this conference because I can't face the panelists again with a reschedule. They'd come and beat us up more than anybody else. So again, thank you for your patience, panelists. We are finally doing this. And thank you for coming to help us make this success. So I have a few minutes with you. What I want to do is, I want to spend a bit of time talking to you about online as a macro piece, and then also talk a little bit about the challenges that this industry is facing, and almost set context for today's conversations that the panelists will be doing. So bear with me, I'm going to throw some numbers at you. The first big number is $55 to $60 billion seems like the online e-learning industry. Out of that, India is about 3 to 4 billion, depending upon the reports that you read, and with a 17% growth rate, right? The big drivers in the Indian business come from K to 12, higher ed, and corporate e-learning as such. So overall, great market, big, profitable, a lot of meat to sink our teeth in as such, as providers, as consumers, as investors. Not without its challenges. So I want to briefly talk a little bit about the challenges, and I know I won't go into too much detail because this is what the evening is about. So the first big challenge that as providers that we are facing is the completion rates. Today, even the best global platforms are at 15 to 70% completion rates. This is a big issue. So the online business as such assumes a motivated learner, and that assumption fails. And that's why you get great dropout ratio. You get big dropout ratios, and your completion rates are at an all-time low. So big problem to solve. The second big issue that we're seeing in this business is the perception and reality of sub-quality content. This problem is more contextual to India as the subcontinent rather than a global problem. But the perception that it's online, it must be cheap. It's online, it must be not good. I think a lot of us as providers are also responsible for this perception, so I take some responsibility of this. But again, it's a problem that all of us need to sort of get together and solve. The third piece, and we were talking about it, I was talking to Manisha about it actually, was the lack of innovation in this space. The same videos, the same webinars that have been there for eons of ages. I think Genpact took the lead a long time ago doing some of the online learning. I think from an innovation perspective, not much has happened in this industry. How we develop content, how the delivery methods haven't changed too much, etc. So unless we are able to actually create an ecosystem that continuously innovates, we will continue to have scalability issues in this segment, right? So these are hard-hitting challenges that we should all talk about. We have the right panel for it today. We have people coming at it from all different ways. We have investors who have made money and lost money in the education online business. We have L&D professionals here in the panel and in the audience who believe in the online story and use it quite effectively. We have L&D professionals who think it's a waste of time. We're hoping to convert some of them today. And last but not the least, we have facilitators, IT technology companies who facilitate the business. So sort of, guys who are coming out of all sorts of directions and hopefully contributing to a good discussion. At Imarticus, we think the online story will be at the center of our growth strategy. We think spending time and money on this sector is a good idea, not only for the business, but for the learning ecosystem. We're doing 2-3 things, and I'd like to share a little bit about it, not going into too much detail because the panel will pick some of these up in their session. One of the spaces we have seen a lot of success with B2C and B2B corporates is the idea of blended learning. So the idea that you can combine these two segments and use it to reinforce learning points, as post-training interventions. I think this we're seeing a lot of success, and both sides take a lot of value out of it. The second piece that we are very confident and we are clear that to fix the quality issue, to have very relevant curriculum and content, we need industry partnership. What that means is for more forums like these. What that means is more partnerships with corporates to launch more products for learners. I think this will be a very concerted effort from our side to keep doing that. In a few minutes, Jasjeet will launch our first corporate partnership on a program level. We're very proud of that, and we'll continue to do more of these over the next few months. Third but not the least, we're experimenting with a lot of innovative delivery mechanisms. So yes, we can do the videos, yes, we can do the webinars, but what else can we do? Can we simulate? Can we create a learning environment which simulates? Can we help practice better? Can we make it as real as your job as such? So I think that's it's experiments. Some of them have been successful, some not so much. So, but at the same time, I think we have to keep trying with this medium as such. We have a full schedule. I won't take too much of your time. I thank you again for coming, and I look forward to meeting all of you personally. Thank you.